Hey everybody, Mickey here. Welcome back to the Final Fantasy X walkthrough. Let's go ahead and move on to the next area. Wonderful, we have the obligatory blizzard snow area and a couple of old friends here.
Hi there. Would you look at this? They always leave me behind. Oh, you want me to scratch you? There, good boy.
How'd you know what it wanted?
I've always been able to tell how chocobos feel. Maybe I'd make a better chocobo breeder than chocobo knight, huh? Hey, what job do you see me doing?
You have a couple of routes that you can take here, but selecting chocobo breeder is going to be able to get us a reward a little bit later on in the game.
Yeah, I think so too. You know, I might just give it a try.
He kind of looks like Tenchi too, for all those that ever watched the Toonami cartoons back 90s, late 90s, early 2000s. It's an Albed primer here that we're going to pick up. It's important. And Owaka actually has some new gear for us. Also, we're here in a new area, so we've got some new monsters as well. We have the Snow Wolf. You can steal something very good from him that I'll show off. The Mafdets and the Ice Flams. Pretty typical stuff, and I want to kill the Snow Wolf first, but not quite yet. Instead, let's go ahead and bring Orin in to go ahead and take out the Mafdet. The Mafdets here, you can steal high potions, and rarely you'll steal high Pello potions. The Snow Wolf, you can steal sleeping powders, which are extremely good because of the fact that, much like Waka's, well, I'll just show off here. Much like his sleep attack, well, his sleep attack, as you've noticed, if you remember a couple episodes ago when I was trying to do the dark attack against the Iron Giant, well, the Buster attacks basically have a 100% hit rate. Sleep grenades will hit 100%, of course, if the enemy can't even be put to sleep and doesn't have any resistance at all to it. Where is No Frost? There it is. While I'm talking and trying to menu here, I'm losing my track. But the point of the matter is that sleeping grenades will hit all all enemies in the party. So that's really, really useful to be using right now. I'd suggest if you're first starting to play, get a few of them. They're really good. I should also have some fire weapons equipped here, but I'm not going to actually be spending much time in this area.
Let's end this.
I suppose actually I could show off what I can steal from the Ice Flan as well. You'll be able to get these Arctic Winds, and with Arctic Winds you can go ahead and customize the ability.
Need a light?
Blizzard Strike, Ice Strike, whatever the Blizzard element is. There's a couple other, I think at the very least one more new enemy that I haven't run into in this area yet either, but I'm not sure if we'll run into him.
Curse that Rin for taking up a place like this. He'll be rich by tomorrow, all on account of this celebration thing. What? You buying something from me?
Yeah, that's right. He actually has something pretty decent I want to pick up.
Great! I knew I could count on you, lad.
So, let's go to his weapons. He has the same things before, well, as far as the Sonic Steel goes. See, a halberd for Kimari if he chose the magic route. But for us, what we're really interested in, or I'm really interested in, is the Soldier's Charge. The HP plus 15% there. Let's go into Rin's traveling agency, and we can actually pick up some more armors that I'm interested in too. Because Although the Soldier's Charge has HP plus 15%, which is pretty decent compared to the 5% that we have on other people. As you'll see, the Seeker's Shield there is 5%. Well, and these guys have lightning equipment, but we all have pretty much 5% equipment, HP plus. So what I'm gonna do is buy a bracer for Orin, equip it, an armlet for Kamari. For Lulu, I'm gonna hold off because she has HP plus 20%, which is already really good. Get an arm guard for Waka, and Yuna's good with the 10% in Silence Ward. Silence Ward is decent enough. And let's go ahead and get one for Titus. And the reason for that is because I'd like to go ahead, let me just sort my equipment here real fast. Is I'd like to customize on those new equipments that I purchased. There it is. X potions will give HP plus 5%, so we're just going to do that with every character that I have here. So just like with the Soldier's Charge, we make pretty much soldiers' shields and soldiers' arm guards, I assume, things like that. So you see here, we have the Soldier's Arm Guard with Waka, Tough Bangle for Lulu with the 20%, which is much better than these 15% that all of these guys have with the Soldier's equipment. But yeah, nice boost in HP.
Don't forget to smile, remember?
Oh, you're right. I'll try and remember. Smiling.
Right, keep at it.
I still have something that's bothering her.
Temple not far. Why stop here?
Anything can happen.
Make sure you're prepared, right?
There is a saying, hurry up and wait. It means prepare quickly so you're ready for whatever comes next.
Sounds like something an old man would say.
Forgive me.
He's basically his uncle, so I think that's fair play, Orin.
Hey, just being honest.
Seriously? A wedding's not supposed to make people feel this bad, huh?
Come on, don't say that.
I say what I want, ever since I was a kid.
Oh, so you're an adult now?
You know it.
I think that they recycled that line from before. Well, let's finish up by talking to Machen.
I've heard Lady Yuna is to wed Maester Seymour. It is great news. I'd like to congratulate her. But it is a pity. I'd hoped Lady Yuna would defeat sin and bring the calm to Sphere.
Yuna's still gonna journey, even after she's married.
Ah, that is also great news. Her resolve is admirable.
Well, as much as I'd like to continue on to Makalani Temple right now, ever since we received one of those Jecht Spheres, I wish Klasko wasn't blocking this treasure. But because we have those Jecht Spheres now, we've opened them up to collect. So I'm gonna collect 2 more of them, and there's a very specific reason as to why. I'm gonna be primarily doing that off-screen, specifically because, well, there's a lot of backtracking that I'm gonna need to do. But I'll show you guys where the locations are of the Jecht Spheres so that you're not missing out.
Oh yeah!
Well, before heading out on the journey, though, to backtracking, I do want to show you guys how to get out of Makalania Forest here pretty quickly. If you take this route, where the Albed Primer was, there's this shiny little pathway that essentially brings us to the very beginning. Pretty convenient that they put it there, and I suppose if you're mashing X, you'll be able to find the Albed Primer. Now, there's this pathway up there, but we're not able to access it for quite a while. It would be important, though, to keep note of for those that have played the game. Go ahead and grab this save, heal up a bit, and let's go back right over to where Lucille and Emma are. There's a Jecht Sphere.
you?
You are the one they call Jecht. The man from Zanarkand, are you not?
What of it?
Watch your tongue, knave.
My apologies. I am Braska, a summoner. I've come to take you from this place.
Sounds sweet. What's the catch?
That easy to see, was it? I soon leave on a pilgrimage to Zanarkand.
Seriously?
I would like you to join us. It will be a dangerous trip. Yet, if we do reach Zanarkand, my prayers will be answered, and you will be able to go home, we think. What say you?
Great, let's go.
So quick?
Anything to get out of here.
Then it's settled.
But I must protest. This drunkard, a guardian?
Hey! You want to step in here and say that?
What does it matter? No one truly believes that I, a fallen summoner wed to an Al-Bhed, could possibly defeat sin. This is what they say. No one expects us to succeed.
Braska, sir.
Let's show them they're wrong. A fallen summoner, a man from Zanarkand, and a warrior monk doomed to obscurity for refusing the hand of the priest's daughter. What delightful irony it would be if we defeated sin.
Stop gabbing and get me out of here. Free at last.
Now, Jecht, I am in your hands until we reach Zanarkand.
Right. So, what's a summoner anyway?
I think it's interesting that Braska refers to himself as a fallen summoner. I'm not really sure what that exactly means. It almost means as if he's kind of like what Belgamide said, where she's tried to fight sin but lost. Anyway, I'm back here over in the Thunder Plains because that's where we can get our second Jecht Sphere. And like I told you, I'd be getting it off screen, but I'll show the location here. On a final note, I also think it's interesting too that Braska shares a similar common interest, just as Yuna does with people from Zanarkand, or people that say they're from Zanarkand at least. Yeah, a little bit more lore history. So I'm back here south, in the south area of Thunder Plains, south of the Rin's Traveling Agency, where right over here, this specific place on the map, next to this tower, you can go ahead and find another Jecht Sphere.
Hey, hold it steady!
Why am I doing this? What do you see there, my lord?
Oh, I was just thinking.
This is important, no fooling around! You're gonna spoil it! Whoa!
Are you alright?
Now there's a scene for posterity.
Yeah.
This is the exact reason why I want to go ahead and pick up these, because more Jecht Spheres that you pick up, you'll be able to learn more of his overdrives. But Banishing Blade is the one that we can get now, at least pretty quickly after getting our first Jecht Sphere. You could double back all the way to Besaid and pick up every single Jecht Sphere if you wanted. I'm not going to do that. I think it's a little bit much to do so, but there's some pretty good items you can pick up. Specifically, it's because of the fact that you now have steel. You can steal from basilisks to get petrified grenades. There's those Alcyons, which are in the high road of Jose. You can pick up smoke grenades or smoke bombs or something like that. I forget what it is, but it's a grenade that inflicts darkness or blind. You can go back to the Mihen High Road and steal bomb cores from bombs. Those are pretty decent for Riku's mix, as well as synthesizing or customizing Fire Strike and Fire Ward, I believe it is, on armors. And finally, the Jecht Sphere back over in Besaid, you won't be able to get it for a long time. And by a long time, I mean like by the end of the game, even past it. I don't think you'll be able to pick it up until post-game, really. So keep that in mind if you're doing what I'm doing. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and take a little bit of time to run around and fight some Cactars. I'd like to pick up a few more Chocobo wings. Scratch that, they're not Chocobo wings, they're Chocobo feathers. For instance, if I just take just some random piece of equipment, go down here, where is it? Am I wrong in thinking so? Not seeing it. Oh, it's a weapon, that's why. Silly. So, of course, First Strike is really good. I mean, it's extremely good. But you also have the ability. Why can't I find it? There it is. It's right above, right below First Strike. You can go ahead and customize Initiative, but I'm gonna need 6 Chocobo feathers, so 3 more. Well, I've got my 6th Chocobo feather, so now we can go ahead and customize Initiative, and I want to go ahead and customize Initiative specifically with. I don't know if I can ever find it. There we go. Riku's weapon here. So just like I explained with Owaka and his store over at Mihen... No, not Mihen High Road, it was Mushroom Rock Road. You could have picked up that weapon that had Initiative on it. I think it was called a Sentry. It was for Orange specifically, and yeah, Initiative essentially gives a little bit higher of a percentage to get a preemptive strike. Not as good as First Strike by any means, but still not a bad addition to have in our party either. Yeah, I think it's in Final Fantasy VIII that Initiative is actually really, really good. I'm pretty positive it's actually First Strike like what it is here in Final Fantasy X. Let's go ahead and take care of some sphere gridding here. Ooh, nice. Strength +3. That's really good. And also, the powerful Sloga. Sloga is going to be very beneficial in the next couple of areas to come. Protect is good too. That's going to be pretty useful. Actually, the next few battles, I believe. Let's go over here. Normally, I wouldn't really be too interested in getting these strength nodes for Riku, but in the really, really, really long run of the game, I suppose it's going to be beneficial. I mean, I'm talking literally like 30 to 40 hours from now. Every point of strength that you can get is going to be really helpful. Ooh, is this a strength +4? Yeah, nice, very good. Yeah, Orin's kind of the beast. On his sphere grid, it's going to be HP, strength, and a lot of it, too. Let's go down here. Is that fine? It's good. Looking pretty good with Kimari here. He gets slow also, which is, that's really good, too. And the same with Lulu. Again, I wouldn't really be too interested in something like accuracy. She doesn't need that. But the HP and the defense can be a little bit of an advantage, so it's good to get. Go back here. You can always do for some agility. And with Waka, some strength and some defense. I've also gone ahead and messed around with my equipment a little bit here. With Titus, I want to give him the Stunning Steel, and with others, I'd like to have Thunder equipment, specifically Waka, Orin, and Kimari. If I had Thunder gear or Lightning Strike with Titus, I'd equip it too.
Lady Yuna, we've been expecting you. We were surprised you decided to come so soon. Pleasantly surprised, of course. Lord Seymour sends his apologies for having left without notice.
It's quite all right. I have one question, if I may, sir.
Milady?
I want to keep journeying, even if I marry. Do you think that Maester Seymour would let me?
But of course, my lady. Lord Seymour wishes nothing else, I'm sure.
Goodbye.
Well, we must follow grotto tradition. I'll have to ask you to wait here a little while longer. I'll send someone to escort you.
We're all with you. Do as you will.
Thank you.
Sorry. That was your line.
Yuna!
Yes, sir!
Oh no! Albert!
Well, the Albed are at it again. But not this time. Next time. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Catch you later.